It's starting. Hey everybody. Audra here, also known as Twisted Chalker, and I am your independent creator with Magnolia Design Company. And tonight I had originally planned on doing the Valentine rolling pin DIY kit, and I still plan to do that. However, I walked in the door this evening and this was laying on the table. So I got more happy mail. So I'm going to open it and share it with everybody. First things first, right? So in the box is another box with tape. So I need to, I had been very busy at work today and hadn't really been paying attention to what's been going on, and I get home and I learned that craft therapy is definitely needed. So I'm glad I'm doing this. This is the quad frame that I said was coming in, and yes, they are double-sided. So one side can be done with Valentine's Day if you want, and then the other side can be done with everyday stuff. We have several different quad sized stencils that are available. So this came in a box of 4. This quad means 4, right? You know that. So there's that. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. We also have the DIY kit that includes the quads. So I will be doing a live on that one very soon as well. So let's set these aside on the kitchen counter. My workspace is here in the dining room. Under that frame is some nuts and chips. All right. So here's some more Valentine's Day ones. This one is our 5x7. Wild About You. And another 5x7, Better Together. 8 by 10, 8.5 by 10. Grateful Hearts. Begin each day with a grateful heart. Sisters. Make the best friends. And then I had to get this little heart. Wreath, heart wreath. Well, it's actually titled Tulip Heart when you look in the catalog, but it's a heart wreath. Here are the Valentine minis. There are 12 here. This one is, let me open it so you can see. There we go. All 12. I love the smell of these. Sorry. And it's kind of like a new car smell, a new stencil smell. XOXO, y'all. So there's that. And then this is a 12 by 18 stencil full of common Valentine words. Hi, Kathy. So good to see you. Look at this. All of these words come in one stencil that can be used for making your Valentine decor or gifts. So there's that. So I'm pretty sure that's all the, no, it's not all the Valentine stuff I ordered. I have more on the way. I have more on the way. I overlooked some and I went back and ordered more. So there's a couple, 2 or 3 more to come in. Not a whole lot, I don't think. So those are the new stencils. But tonight we are going to do this, the DIY kit that's available on the website. I will put a link to this in the description or, comments, wherever it goes. I'll put a link to this. So this is what we're going to do tonight. So I have my rolling pins. I'm going to lower you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing on the table. There we go. That's good. All right. So I have the rolling pins. They don't come like this. They come like that, unpainted. And then last night I went ahead and decided to paint them. So I did some white chalk paint and some black chalk paint, and I have sprayed them with Mod Podge. Yes, with Mod Podge, so that when I put my stencils on there, it won't peel off the paint. I do need to wax them a little bit, and I don't have my wax. Yes, I do. I'll be right back. Got my wax. All right. So the kit comes with, move over so you can see, 4 rolling pins. So I painted all 4 of them. It comes with the ribbon you need to decorate them. It comes with your 5x7, oh my gosh, 5x7 rolling pin stencils with all these 4 words, the XOXO. And it comes with a regular squeegee, not the cut one. This one's a cut one. It comes with a regular squeegee. And candy apple red chalk paste. And when you get this, you would just knead this a little bit until it gets nice and soft and is moving around in there. And then you cut it open and you scoop some out, put it on your stencil and smooth it around. And when you're done, you can just roll it shut and clip it, and that way what's left in here will dry up and you can try it on something else. These stencils are reusable. You definitely do not want to toss them. I need to cut them apart. I better put my glasses on for this. Oh yeah, now I can see better. So I'm going to cut these apart so I can use them individually. When I first started ordering and using these, I was okay with cutting on the white area to do something like this. But I saw people actually cut their stencils, like, you know, they would separate the words or, separate pictures, and I just cringed for the longest time. I couldn't believe they were cutting their stencils, but I've come around, and I've cut a few too. Used them, and so I can use them in other ways than what they're originally pictured in the online on the excuse me, in the online catalog. So now I am making sure my paste is ready to go. It's nice and smooth, and it's the consistency of cake batter or yogurt, so it's ready to go. Now I'm going to wax. I have painted and sealed, and I'm going to wax it a little bit. Am I getting the wax on it? There we go. So I'm just waxing it. You don't need a whole lot. And this is the area I'm going to stencil, so that's all I need to wax, is the area that I plan to stencil. So it's not really a whole lot, just a little bit. I keep getting a message on my phone. It says, let me see when it pops back up again what it's going to say. I'm really trying to ignore it because I want to be focused on this. And you guys, rotate your device. You can't turn your phone while live. I didn't turn it, I lowered it. So, if you're a techie out there, and you know what I need to do to fix that, I'd appreciate a comment. Because I am not tech savvy for sure. Okay. Waxing is done. Dry it a little bit. Sorry if it's too loud. Okay. All right. I didn't want to do it too long because then you just melt the wax. Okay. So first I'm going to do Be Mine. It's brand new, so I have to make sure I do a couple things. First, I want to write on the back. If you'll notice, these are all pretty much the same shape and size, but there may be a little bit of differences. I don't know. So I'm not going to take any chances. I want to make sure the Be Mine stencil gets back onto the right backing. So I wrote on the back of the backing, Be Mine. That way when I wash my stencil and put it back on, I know it goes on this particular backing and it goes on the other side, not on this side. I have accidentally put stencils back on this side and it was a mess trying to get it off, and I stretched out my stencil. So this side is the side it needs to be on. You can tell how shiny it is compared to that side. So that's where it needs to be. I have a tacky towel, which can be found on my website as well. But you don't need a tacky towel to do this. You can put it on your shirt, put it on your pants, you can put it on a cloth. You don't have to have one of these. They're just nice. They're nice to have. They make it easy to dry the stencil if you need to use it more than once in the same, on the same project at the same time. Because if they're too wet when you try to reuse them, it will just bleed and it won't come out very nice. So it's sticking really well. Here we go. A little bit more. All right. See, my live on Sunday, I forgot to fuzz, and I was putting the stencil on after I did part of the project, and it was peeling off the part I had done. So I'm a little paranoid tonight. I want to make sure I do it right. Okay, so I'm going to put ribbon on this, a little bow on this. That's a little glob of wax. So I'm going to put Be Mine all the way over to the right. As far over to the right as I can get it without coming off of the... So I just lined it up as far over to the edge as I could. It looks like it's pretty straight. So now I'm working out the air bubbles. And actually, when I did this in the last one for Christmas, I found it was easier to keep it on right if I held it down like that. No air bubbles, hold it down, it won't move on you. And then you just take your, clean squeegee. There you go, this one's clean. And just, well, you could scoop it out of your little package and then just place it wherever you see white. As you can see, we don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. I'm holding the squeegee at an angle, not straight up and down, while I am spreading it on the stencil, making sure to cover all of the white area. Here we go. Now I'm going to scrape off the excess, holding the squeegee straight up and down. I'm just putting it back in the jar. I don't know if that can be put back in the package. You could try. Then I've got some excess here that I don't want to waste. Okay, now I'm going to peel it off. And I didn't bring a tub of water. I'm not prepared. I rushed and rushed. There's Be Mine. There's a little bit of bleeding on the end, but I can fix that with some white chalk paint. So I'm going to set this down. Get my little handy dandy organizer thing I've got here. Set that there. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Alright, so I put my stencil in water for now so that you're not sitting here waiting on me. And I'm going to blow dry this a little bit. Okay, I'm going to leave it in here so that it doesn't roll around while it's drying completely. Then we'll start the next one. XOXO. Brand new stencil. And I get to share it with you. All right. Trying to make sure I stay in the camera so you can see everything that's going on, because I found when I first was learning how to do it, I found it very helpful to be able to see what was going on. So, fuzzing it again. So how was your day at work today, everybody? I'd love to see it. I won't hear it because I'll be reading comments after the fact, but I still would love to hear. I actually had a very nice quiet day. I was the only one at the office all day. And I got a lot done. All right, so no air bubbles, and I'm holding it down. Getting a little chalk paste, popping it on there. The first time I did this, it was a little awkward. And I had to figure out what works best for me. Now the second time, it's just so much easier. It's one of the things I love about this stuff is once you're familiar, it just gets easier and easier, and your mind just keeps going in, in different directions on how to use it and what to do with it, and your creativity juices just get to flowing, and I love it. All right, so let's see how this one came out. XOXO. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to stand it up in here. Take your kit pictures out of the way. There we go. Put this one in the water. And then the next one is Kiss Me. I don't want to get red in spots that I don't want it. So, clean my finger real quick. There we go. Okay, Kiss Me. All right, more fuzzing. I didn't blow dry that one, but that's okay because it's air drying. Blow dryer is kind of loud, and I don't want to blow out your eardrums. So you can place this anywhere you want. You can put it in the center. You can put it off to the left, and it just really depends on your own particular taste and preferences. For me, I'm putting it all the way over to the right because I plan to put the bow here, so I have a little bit of touch of red here, and then all the other red's going to be over here, and so balances out in my mind. That's just how my brain works. All right. Probably should have put my apron on because I will be surprised if I walk away from this live without red on my shirt. I see people do their work in white shirts, and I don't know how they come back so clean when they're done. There you go. You don't have to do the whole thing. You just make sure all the white is covered. That way the paste is going through the screening, the mesh that's on the stencil. Okay. Now we have Kiss Me. Put that there. This in the water. Those will be washed when I'm done. Take them to the sink and put them under running water, and I will use this that we have for cleaning our stencils and washing off boards when we want to reuse them. And I'll use that, and I'll clean off the non-sticky side first, and then I'll turn it over and clean the sticky side, because it's important to get all of that paste out of the screened area, so that it doesn't get dried and plugged up in there. So I'm buzzing this one again. Oh, I folded the corner. I have found that if you're using your stencil and you accidentally fold a corner or an edge over and it gets stuck on itself, if you just run it under cool water while you're slowly and carefully separating it, it comes off okay. I have freaked out over not folding, but rolling them up and getting them stuck together, and especially when I'm working with the really big ones. But the first time I did it, it scared me. I thought I had ruined it, but I didn't. All right, that's a little crooked, and I felt a bump. I don't know what that is. What that came from. My space doesn't look clean, but it's clean. I washed it down and I vacuumed it before I started working. Yes, I vacuumed with my little ladybug. All right. I think this is the longest one as far as the length of the word. All right, holding it down. Do this. This is awesome for people who cannot freehand. I am not able to freehand at all. My handwriting is sloppy. I get impatient. I don't go slow enough to get my lines straight. I can't even write in a straight line unless I have lines on the paper. I get so jealous of people who write so pretty on a plain piece of paper and it's all straight across, because like when I'm addressing an envelope, it starts here and ends up over here. So this is perfect for me. All right. Well, my L bled, but that's okay. I can touch it up. So there's Love You. I might have had an air bubble that I wasn't paying attention, that I missed. All right, so I'm going to dry it. Put it back over here for now because that's the last one I dealt with. I'm going to start with the first one that I chalked after I cleaned my fingers. Because I definitely don't want to add any more of this candy apple red to my rolling pins. Or my shirt, for that matter. All right. Okay, so Be Mine was the first one we did. And there are a couple spots that I'm not happy with. So, I have this teeny tiny little paintbrush and this Waverly chalk paint that I used to originally paint the rolling pin. And I'm just going to touch it up a little bit in the spot that I don't like. Concentrating. I don't want to go too far. Dry it. I see a little spot here on the B I want to fix. And now I'm happy with it. So that's one. And I will take my ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a regular bow. You can get as fancy as you want. You could get like a little tiny heart and hang it off of this. I might try that. See if I have a little tiny heart. Cut that down a little bit. So there's one. There's one. Oops. Okay, that's not a good idea. I'll just set it right there for now. My limited workspace. Let's see. I want to get the little X area right there. And right here. That's it. So really, if it runs a little bit, it's not the end of the world with your project because you can just touch it up. Sometimes there are, well, I shouldn't say sometimes, there are a lot of surfaces that I chalk on, or like, I'll show you here. This right here, this is a kit I'm putting together. And if something had bled here, I could have just taken my manicure stick and just scraped off what bled outside of the lines. But, and it would have been fine because it's not sealed. I'm leaving it unsealed so that I can change it out. I want to leave it saying blessed, but like in March, I want to put a green heart. And I'll go into that when I do the live for that one. But I'm going to put this on here. Okay. I'm just cutting them at a little angle. There we go. There's that one. Now you can really see how the L bled, and there's a little, no, the V's okay. So, fix that with my teeny tiny brush. There's a lot on that one, so it's going to take a couple coats to fix it. But you know, this wasn't the, I should have waited till, okay, I'm going to let that sit. Because now it turned pink, and that's okay. I'll do another coat on that in just a minute. I want to get to the Kiss Me. I'm happy with it. Oh, no, no, I'm not. I see a little tiny area. I am extremely particular. There we go. So now we have the Kiss Me one. These are so cute. I think I'm going to put them in my tray for now. I don't know if you've seen my tray. There we go. My mom gave me this for Christmas last year, and it's just been the best thing. It's been extremely helpful for holding brushes while they're drying, or my sponge brushes, and of course my little rolling pins. All right. Get this painted over. There we go. That's more like it. Touch up that little O right there. I don't even know if you can see it, but I can. And I won't be able to just leave it alone. So, I'm fixing it. A little too far with my paint on the V. So I've got this fine tip squeegee from Magnolia on my website, and I'm just going to dip it in the red and dab it on the spot that I accidentally covered with white. There, all fixed. Easy as that. Place it here, put my bow on it. Oh my gosh. I'll lay them on the table too, but this is so cute. All right. Now you can glue the bows down or the ribbon down if you want, you know, like really close to the base. But here's what they look like here. And then I'm going to and there they are. Can you see them? There they are, all finished. So that is what you would end up with your little kit. It has the ribbon, the squeegee, your chalk paste, candy apple red chalk paste. There is a sponge paintbrush for painting these if you decide to paint them, as well as your self-adhesive reusable stencil. And once you're done with that, you could take that and stencil on something else with the chalk paste that's left. Or you could go on the website and see what else you can add to it. That's it. Let me raise you back up. Ooh, I hope I don't break this. So there's my tray I've been working on. It's kind of, I've just put in there what I have. I'm wanting to fix it up. I don't think I expect to leave it the way it is, but I'm going to put these in there. This is kind of too big. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still awkward with this. I've never done this before. So, it might not, I might have to, you know, come up with something else to put it in. To put there first before I try to put them in, because you can't really see them. So yeah. They're so cute. Anyway, sorry. So that's it for tonight. You saw my new goodies. I've got a few more coming in. I've started some projects. I'm making beginners kits. I'm preparing beginners kits for those of you who just aren't sure but would like to give it a try. It's not a huge investment, but you can give it a shot. I mean, this is set up for Valentine's Day, and I will make this again to show you how it's done. And the next live, gosh, maybe Friday night. I didn't expect to do this much, but we have another kit available, and so I want to do this kit. So I don't have 2 sets of this, so I'm not even going to try it before I do this. And so I think Friday night, let's do it. So if you can join me Friday night, that'd be awesome. Say around 7:30. Now I'm accountable. All right. The link to purchase the DIY kits will be in my description, up there, down there, somewhere. And thank you again. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk with you soon. All right. Good night.